Well, good morning everyone. Today is a milestone. It tells you how far we have come. The future belongs to those who believe in beauty of dreams. Let us all stand for the Tamil Thai Varthu. Thank you. Please be seated. I take immense pleasure to welcome our Vice Principal, Reverend Father Sadish Paul, our beloved Head of the Department, Mr. Ideation, and our convener, Mr. Raghavanandam, lecturer in chemistry, and our resource person who don't need any introduction. With big applause, let us welcome Mr. Antony Firmin Alexander, founder of FMBC, to his workshop on problem solving and ideation. Now I call our Vice Principal, Reverend Father Sadish Paul, to deliver the welcome address.
So once again, a very good morning to the resource person and the staff members and my dear students. So are you ready? Ready to solve the problem or ready to create the problem? Solve the problem. Okay. So what is it? Exactly. When you create the problem, you can solve the problem. That's what Celestine says. So when I look at those, when I was looking at the poster, what I read was session on problem solving and ideation. The one word that struck me was the word problem. No? Is anybody in the world without a problem? Nobody is without problem. Everybody has, each one has his or her own problem. Sometimes there is solution for a problem. Most of the time there is no solution for problem. They say for every problem there is a solution. No? Sometimes accepting the problem itself is the solution. So problems are not I'm not getting into a session. Mr.Antony would enlighten you with more stuff. But in my understanding, problems are the ones that make you, great. Your creativity, your full capacity, your best will not come out without problems. Yeah, full potential is exhibited only because of problems. So we'll listen to Mr. Antony about this, more about this. But before that, I would like to wholeheartedly welcome Mr. Antony amidst us because he's a very efficient person. He's a good resource person for us. He has made available his time for us today, and when I look at his profile, it goes for pages, and he is not an ordinary person. We are really fortunate to have him here. He's a change maker. He's a person involved in social responsibility, diversity enthusiast, goodwill, educational consultant, corporate youth affairs, relationship management, and influencing speaker. So he is not a new face for you, right? You already know him. Sir already. So he knows. You know his style, and he also knows each one of you. So let it be an interactive session, and don't consider this seminar itself as a problem. The seminar is a problem. ஐயோ என்ன கேள்வி கேட்க போறாரு, இல்லை முன்னாடி வர சொல்லிடுவாரா, என்னை மைக் என் கையில மைக் கொடுத்துருவாங்களா அப்படின்ற பதட்டம் வேணாம். பி ஃப்ரீ. It is our own institution. You are here to learn. Without making mistakes, you will not learn. So remove fear. Okay? The பயத்தெல்லாம் ஓரமா வச்சிருங்க. So enjoy this session. I don't know how long it is going to go. 1 hour or like that, 1 hour or so. 1 hour. Till lunchtime you will be here. Fully give your full participation during this session and take the best out of this session. Okay? Participate well and benefit a lot. So once again I welcome Mr. Antony. Mr. Antony, thank you once again, because there are many people who are capable and efficient, but they don't have time. But you also don't have time, but still you have made time for us and come over here. That only says that how much you care for our institution and how much you wish good for us. So on behalf of all the students, once again thank you and welcome to this West gathering.
Thanks, Father. I request our Vice Principal to felicitate our resource person, Mr. Antony Firmin, with Ponade. And I request Mr. Raghavanandam, lecturer in chemistry, convening of this program, to present the gift.
Energy is not enough. Shall we start?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Energy is not coming out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How many of you had your breakfast?
No, sir.
No, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll have lunch, don't worry. I need the more energy.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for the session?
Yes, sir.
Now we are ready. So students, I want someone from the crew to tell me what it means by problem solving. I think you have been part of my session, right? Some of my sessions, some of my valuable sessions and interactive sessions, right? So I want one of you to tell me about what you know about problem solving. Any of your comments are welcome. What do you know? What is it you are aware? Come on, raise your hands. If someone has told you not to raise your hands, I'm not going to leave you. Every one of you are going to talk. That is, today has been designed. Correct? So, today has been designed, every one of you are going to talk. Otherwise, the mic is going to stay with you. So, first, I'll give it to my dear friend.
Good morning, my dear sirs and all my dear friends. So we have today about the topic problem solving and ideation workshop. So for my thinking, I think so problem solving is when you come up with some new problems. So you don't know what to do. So that's why you have to put ideation. So you have to make some ideas so you can solve your problem. So that's the main thing for the workshop, for the problem solving and ideations.
Problem solving is two meaning. One is question, one is problem. The problem is to conserve problem, to clear
Your good name?
Sebastian.
So, Sebastian, it is about clearing a problem. And what else you said? Clearing a problem. Then it is about questioning the problem. Right? So, questioning the problem, it's all about why this problem has occurred. You want to answer something? No. Why this problem has occurred? Why it has come in the first place? What is the root of the problem? And then resolving problem, right? So that is how you find a resolution to a problem.
First, we not want to fear about the problem. We want to face without fear. We want to face the problem. If problem is coming, when we fear, we cannot manage the problem, sir.
Solution to the problem, right? So students phase by phase will be looking at how you actually solve a problem, okay? And how is it you completely find the root of the problem, yeah, and the solution. So root of the problem, why is it important? Anyone knows why is it important? Yarkar theriyuma? Why the root of the problem is important? For example, let's say someone is not coming to the class for 5 days. 5 days continuously, a person is absconding. He or she is not coming to the class in a school or college. Now, there should be a reason why the person is not coming all of a sudden, right? There should be a problem either from the management or from the student or from the parents, and the student is not coming to the class. Without you identifying the problem, when you find a solution, you have to come to the class. The student will come, but is the problem resolved? Problem resolved, huh? No, no one knows the problem. Right? No one knows the problem. But the student comes to the class. Problem is unresolved. Purida na solradhu? So you have to find what is the root of the problem. Why the student is not coming to the class. Only then you can resolve it. Let's say the student is having some issues in their home or in their class. That issue has to be resolved, right? Only then the student will be able to come. And even the other students might feel comfortable. So that is how strong, when you find a permanent solution, you find what is the root of the problem. So someone else I would need, last person to tell me about problem solving. Jeevan?
Good morning to one and all present here. So the session is about problem solving. Okay. Problem is nothing but see, in life we will come across so many problems. So we will expect something in our life. Suppose take it for example, you want to create a PowerPoint presentation. Okay. So you have created it with your creativity. So you want to present it to somebody. And at the presentation time, you are going to present it, but it is not coming out. So there comes problem. Then you begin to think what has happened to that problem. So then you will try to solve what has happened for that presentation. Then you will come across what has happened, and then you will try to think. So something has happened for that problem. I need to think and find a solution for that problem. So this is called finding a problem and a solution.
What are your main points? Solution
And problem.
and the problem.
How to solve the problem.
Okay. Can we clap? So the first aspect which we have. So what is creativity? It is about being creative, right? Finding ways to identify a solution or create or to build something. This can be also used in your problem solving as well. So when you are being creative, you can find a solution easily. You can find a solution easily because you have a creative mindset. Okay? You have a creative mindset through which you can Find a solution. So how many of you here stick to this concept of being creative? That I have done something creative in my career or in my class or in my home, let's say. I've done something creative. So how many of you have done something creative really in your life? Yeah, you can raise. So only one person is creative in this complete classroom? So how many of you know what is creativity? Okay, so some answer there, right? Have you witnessed? Have you done some creative works? You would have done it, right? So that is how you improvise. Okay? See, let's say you have 10 people. Out of 10 people, if a company is hiring one person, okay? If a company is hiring one person out of 10, the reason can be his talent, the reason can be his communication, and the reason can be is loud, creativity. So talk about this word, enhance your skills on this word. You have got a lot of skills to be learned. So another reason a recruiter will recruit a person or an employee can be is creativity. Okay? Can be is creativity. So creativity can create a unique difference. 10 people are there, but none of them know how to do a presentation. How many of you know how to do a presentation? So presentation is something like you know about Word, Excel. It is kind of the same tool called presentation. That helps out to create a presentation for you. Okay? So that is how you do a presentation. So this one which you are seeing today, this is actually a presentation. So you can learn how this was done and how you can do something like this. So whenever you go for a training session, you see some slides coming, right? That's a presentation. So it's good to see, right? It's very much nice to see. But to create one, it takes some time. It takes a lot of creativity. Can you be a little bit louder? Yeah. Okay. So when a person is being creative, okay, or a person is having creative skills, you can solve a problem easily. How many of you know about research?
If we make any project, we want to make a research about that.
Okay. And what is the outcome of the research?
We search in all the places and library, Google. We take one report of that research. If we making a environment research, we take a report from the we all we all gathered the report and we give to the research we collected and it we all researched and we processed to make the project.
So what you guys understood? It is to research about a subject, right? And it will give you new answers. You told about project, right? So whenever you're doing a project, so that project is going to help you when you do a proper research. What should be the first step on the project? The second step on the project? For example, let's say let's come to your language. You're planning to put up a printing press. Okay? There are thousands of printing press in India. In Tamil Nadu, how many are there? Anyone knows? Anyone knows the rough count of how many printing press are there? But thousands are there. Many printing press are there, right? Wherever we go, we can see someone printing visiting cards, printing magazines, printing brochures, right? Wherever we go. But when you create a printing press with research, you can be unique among those 1,000 printing presses. That is where research comes into place. I think the gentleman in the last, he wanted to answer something on research.
Gathering information, sir. If you want to search for printing, we have to gather information in Google about printing. That's called research.
So research is about searching, you were saying, right? After a long analysis. So what is research? The thirst for process is what I've given. So where the thirst comes. So when we are setting up a printing press, we are doing some research in the market. What kind of printing actually sells? Even if 500 printing presses are there, printing units are there, let's say, they are doing an activity or they are doing day-to-day jobs. But let's say some of the corporates or government entities are looking at something unique, which these printing units are not able to give. So when you give that, when you set up a printing press, do some research and then find out what is it unique which I can offer to the society, that will bring you more business, leads, right? Right? And more amount of welcomeness in the market. You understand, right? So that is how research helps you. Okay, so let's take for example, I always use this. You should have known about Cadbury's chocolate. How many of you know? Cadbury's chocolate you guys have not seen. Cadbury's chocolate, blue color cover it comes, right? Cadbury's. Yeah, most of you would have seen, right? So Cadbury's has got their own unique taste. How many of you agree? They have got their own unique taste, which no other chocolate company is able to give. So, have they done a research? Cadbury's has done a research there, right? That is how they created a formula that no other competitor in the market can give this. this taste cannot be given by no other competitor in the market. And that has happened. And today Cadbury's is one of the leading the chocolate market, or one of the leading in the segment of FMCG, you can say, especially on the food industry, right? So they have done a strong research. They have come out with a formula. They have come out with a formula, and that formula no one else is able to replicate because Cadbury's won't give. Do you agree? Can you get the formula to make the chocolates from Cadbury's? They will send you out of their factory, right? Because that is their unique selling point. And that is a unique taste, as the gentleman is saying. Right? So they won't reveal their formula. Right? So it is not at all possible. Any big shot goes and stands in their office and asks for the formula, it's not going to happen because it is owned by Cadbury's and they have got the rights reserved for the formula. Right? So why we are talking about this? This is where research, something called as research, comes into picture. So they have done a proper research in the market and today they are world leaders. Right? So that talks about research. My dear friends, any other doubts you guys have? No doubts. I'm keen to address doubts. So any doubts, that will be really great. Any doubts from you? Manoj, sir? No, sir? Okay. Anyone else? No, sir, or yes, sir? No, sir. Teamwork. So how many of you believe teamwork helps in a problem solving? Might be I am wrong mentioning this point, right? So how many of you believe that teamwork helps in solving a problem? In solving a problem, teamwork gives a helping hand, yeah. So some of your hands are up, right? So what happens in teamwork? In teamwork, you are going to get diverse thoughts and opinion, right? About solving a problem. Right? So when you have different opinions, so that's going to give you solution. So that's about the problem solving and teamwork. So now let's come into teamwork. So how teamwork helps out to different issues, to different management calls, to different planning of the given system. So how teamwork helps out? Can someone tell me? So let me give an example. There is an issue for an individual student, okay, on finding a solution, okay, for a particular subject, let's say. So the student is not able to learn it, how much ever is learning it again and again, is missing it out. Is missing it out. But at least 10 of you are easily able to overcome. Won't you go and help that student? Will you go and help that student? Loud. So you will go and help, right? That is the beauty of teamwork. As a team, you're finding a solution to an individual's problem. You get it? You're finding a solution to an individual's problem. Can someone else tell me about teamwork? Someone from the last rows. So my question is, teamwork, what you know about teamwork, have you evidenced any time? The last seats, I want you guys to come up here. You cannot be quiet all the session. It looks like you guys are, angry on us. Okay, so the last 2 rows, I'm going to come there. Okay, everyone are going to talk. So in this concept called teamwork, so how it applies, how it works, and then your definition or your understanding about teamwork. So that's what I want to know. So whom shall we start?
Evidence about teamwork. A single person can't push a car, but a 4 to 5 members can push a car easily. That's how teamwork works.
That's a great logic, right?
To make any projects is alone to not too easy is project. Teamwork too easiest. Okay, sir.
The other students about teamwork. Okay, why we were pushing them so hard? Because they gave some beautiful explanations, right? About teamwork. So that is how a team works. When you are as a team, you can push a, what you said? You can push a car. You can even push a mountain. But as a single person, if you go and stand in front of the mountain like this, nothing will happen, right? The mountain will smile at you. So as a team, you can always make the difference. Team works. Okay? So always have that in mind and try to create a team right from today, which will help you out a lot. Anyone else? Someone else raised your hand.
Good morning to one and all. Teamwork is nothing but cooperation. For example, principal cannot able to guide one college, whereas with staffs, with students, with all the hierarchical, if we work means we can manage college with smoothly, nicely. Thank you.
Great thought, right? So have you learned about teamwork? Here? Fantastic. So as a team, you can create miracles. Then what else you can do? You can solve the toughest problem. Right? So team nala car you can push, right? You can push a car. So car push பண்ணும்போது ஒரு பெரிய ப்ராப்ளம் சால்வ் பண்ண முடியாதா? பண்ணலாம்ல? ஈஸியா பண்ணலாம் இல்லையா? Definitely, right? So that is how teamwork works. No, but that is snowballing, right? I'm talking about the cricket bowling. You're rolling it down. So this is spin, right? You hold it. Can someone show me? Spinning a ball is a simple strategy. But that team has utilized this strategy to win the game. Right? So that team has used this particular strategy. One team can use a fast bowling strategy as well. இல்லையா ஒரு fast bowling strategy கூட யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். Or a powerful batsman. So these are all different strategies which a team uses to win another team. So how many of you like sports? How many of you like football? So why you like football? Messi, right? And you like it? You work as a team. ஒரு டீம் தான ஃபுட்பால் ப்ளே பண்ணுவீங்க. You play as a team. Might be that's the reason you like it more. Because you play as a team there. Right? And football, when you play, you use some strategy to make the other team lose. இல்லையா? Other team எப்படி lose பண்ண வைக்கலாம்? You will first have some powerful people in the forward, you call it, right? Forward. And you have some very powerful people on the defend. Defend, right? You have a team for defending. Right? Defending, or what do you call it? Blocking. Defending, right? So defending, when you have a powerful team, you can defend the players, right? So these are all different strategies which we bring into the football game to make the other team lose. And unknowingly, you are actually working as a team. Unknowingly, உங்களுக்கு தெரியாமே நீங்க ஒரு டீமா அங்க வர்க் பண்றீங்க. Right? So that teamwork we are talking about. And that is how powerful teamwork is. So what is next? Risk management, right? So does this helps with problem solving? To an extent. So here you are managing the risk. Right? So we have assess
risk, control risk, review controls, identify risks. Identify. Identify risk, assess risk, control risk, review controls.
So you have identifying a risk and then assessing a risk. Identifying is identification of what risk is going to be occurred or what risk you can foresee. Identifying the risk. Assess risk. So assessing the risk majorly to assess what kind of risk it is, how the risk can be mitigated. That is about assessing the risk. Okay. And then controlling your risk. You then put up a control point. You create a control mechanism to control the risk. Risk வந்து நீங்க control பண்றீங்க. What mechanisms can be put in? What steps can be taken? For example, we discussed about one point, right? What point we discussed? A student is not coming to the class. We are finding out what is the issue. What is the root cause? நீ கிளாஸுக்கு வந்தாம ஆகணும் அப்படின்றது ரெசல்யூஷன் கிடையாது. ரைட்? அப்படின்றது ரெசல்யூஷனே கிடையாது. நீ வந்து தான் ஆகணும் அப்படின்ற ரெசல்யூஷன் கிடையாது. What is the issue that student is having? We need to find out that issue, right? Only then the complete problem gets solved. Right? So controlling the risk. And then last would be review controls. Probably this is little bit in advanced. We will see it later. Okay? Next. So anyone wants to put a word on risk management? Your thoughts? Okay, so now we have come to the next one. Decision. இது எவ்வளவு பேருக்கு tough இது? Decision making அப்படின்ற process எவ்வளவு பேருக்கு tough? Okay. At times, sometimes எனக்கு decision making tough இருந்திருக்கு. எவ்வளவு பேர்? நான் எப்போ decision எடுத்துருவேன். நான் இந்த வாட்டி ரொம்ப டஃபா என்னால எடுக்க முடியல. இவங்களா அவங்களா அப்படின்னு எடுக்க முடியல என்னால decision. This faculty or that faculty அப்படின்ற decision என்னால எடுக்க முடியல. Or let's say this subject or that subject அப்படின்ற decision என்னால எடுக்க முடியல. I was stuck. அப்படி எவ்வளவு பேர் ஃபீல் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க? So some decisions are tough to take. Right? Some decisions are tough to handle. Right? After 10 years, what you will be doing?
Working in a printing company, sir.
So this is actually what? What he said, Jeevan, what's your good name? Jackson said, Jeevan and Jackson. What they said is decision making. They have decided after 10 years what they want to do. Might be it might get changed, but they're clear they want to do this. It is tougher. Right? It is not that easy. That's why the answers are not coming out. It is a decision that after 10 years, I'll be doing this.
To work in design companies.
After 10 years in printing company, press work, sir.
So, we had at least 4, right? 4 of the folks who answered. And for one guy, it was difficult to find out after 5 years what he'll be doing, actually. Right? So, that is how decision making comes into process. So, what all we have? Can someone come here and read for this? This for me?
Planning, organizing, achieving, controlling, decision making.
So what do we mean by planning?
This section is over. We have to go home. It's just a joke, sir.
So, he's saying, for the planning context, after this session is over, we have to go home. So, it was planned by your management that after this session, you all will go home. Right? So, that is what you are saying, okay? Next one. Organize. Okay, someone else want to answer organizing?
So today we are having about a section about creativity. So this is called as what is organization. We have our cameras, we have our sets, we have chairs arranged, we have everything clean, proper organization section. And that's it, sir.
So in decision making, all these elements are going to help you out, right? And decision making is something wherein it comes into picture on your problem solving. Okay? Next. Group discussion. How many of you know? Nicely raise your hands. Nice. Fulla. Group discussion. Group discussion. Manoj, you know, right? You have organized a group discussion session. Right? Raise your hand. Okay, all of you, can you come here? All those who raised your hands, can you come here? This team is now planning to do a group discussion session in front of you. Okay, so this expert team, the expert team who were with you all these days, you never identified. They are going to do a group discussion session in front of you. Okay, so shall we watch? How many of you are interested to watch? Yes sir சொல்லுங்க. How many of you? அப்படி சொன்னா பெட்டரா இருக்குல்ல, கொஞ்சம் wake up call. So we will watch them do a group discussion. Anyone else wants to join? Next slide is your roadmap. So when you have a problem, or let's say whenever you are having a tough call, you put down the roadmap. So for example, we discussed about setting up a printing press. So roadmap kudukumbodhu it will be easy. Roadmap is what? See, you can see different milestones in different places. First milestone is creating the company. Second milestone is fighting with your competitors. Third milestone is bringing in a bigger team. So there are different milestones. So that is how you work on a roadmap. Next is your goal setting. How many of you have actually done goal setting? Goal setting. After 10 years, now I asked you, right? How many of you have actually done a goal setting? So the folks who answered, they all have done a goal setting. When you don't have a goal, what happens? How many of you play football? Lift your hands. How many of you play football? Football, yaar. Football, how many of you play football? Raise your hands. He is the only one who's raised. Then, that's it. That's it, you all don't play. So at least half of the class plays football, right? What if, hands down, what if there is no goal poster? What will happen? There is no goal poster in your match. There is nowhere to goal. Sir, அது எடுத்தாச்சு சார், அதனால போட முடியல, அப்படியே விளையாடுங்க. So there is no what? There is no goal. You are playing the match. Without a goal, you are playing a match or you are doing something, it is of sheer waste of time. If you want, you can try. Remove the goal and play a football match. That is how important your goal setting is. Now, who all spoke about goal setting? You spoke, right? And then who else? I think a couple of folks over here, right? So that is how important your goal setting is. Root cause analysis. Remember, we discussed about this. So you need to find the root of the issue. Why the issue has occurred and why it has actually happened. So what is written here? Can someone read for me?
Root cause analysis refers to a process of decoding the source or base cause of an identified issue or even for developing a corrective machine or a mechanism or a suitable solution.
Root cause analysis refers process of decoding cause of an identified issue or event for developing a corrective mechanism. Okay, so you find what is the root for the issue. When an issue has happened, you go to the root, you find it out, what is the root of the issue. Let's say in a company, you have a HR manager who scolds everyone. Sir, sorry, late ஆயிடுச்சு sir. ஏன் லேட்டா வந்த? உட்காருங்க. Okay? So the HR manager scolds everyone. Everyone he sees, he scolds in the company. So what happens then? The employees will go and complain? Sir, கத்திட்டே இருக்காரு sir எப்போ. Right? They will go and complain against this particular HR. Then what happens? The HR gets fired. You are shouting at all the employees, move out of the company. Right? So that's what finally happens to the HR. Let it be HR or let it be manager, whoever it is. You cannot shout at everyone. Right? So identifying in this issue, what is the root cause? Why that HR is shouting? What is wrong with him? Whether he has not had his breakfast, or whether there is some issue with his family, whether there is some issue in the classroom or in the company. Okay? In case of HR, it's a company, right? So in the company, so what is wrong with him? He's shouting at all the employees. So you have to find what is the root of the problem. Why this guy is actually shouting at every employee. And then you go and address the issue. Okay, let's say he has got some issues with his family. For example. So whenever he goes home, he does some fighting and everything. He comes back to his office. He shouts at everyone. Okay, yen late vanda? Yen idi pandra? Okay, that is not going to be the solution, right? Right? So that is going to be a big drawback, and the HR is going to be fired, right? So whose fault is this? The HR fault or the employee's fault? HR's fault. The HR has to be thrown out, not the employees. The employees are normal, the HR is abnormal, right? So this is how you do a root cause analysis. வேற ஒன்றும் இல்லைப்பா, அவருக்கு family problem இருக்கு. So that is where the issue is. Okay, next slide. So case study on employee grievance in a workspace. Okay, see what all I have written. So இப்போ ஒரு எம்ப்ளாயிக்கு வந்து grievance இருக்கு in a workspace. What are all the reasons? What are all the reasons? Actually, and the grievance வராதுக்கு ஒரு எம்ப்ளாயிக்கு ஏன் வர்க் வரதுக்கு பிடிக்கல? What is the reason? That is what we have listed. Can someone read it for me?
Case study on employee grievances in workspace. Undesirable working conditions, changes without prior notice, poor employee relations, handling appreciations to employees, handling criticism to employees.
So first one is undesirable working conditions. Working condition சரியில்லை or not comfortable. So the employee is having some grievance. Next is changes without prior notice. ஒரு prior notice இல்லாம ஒரு change நடக்கும்போது that will disturb the employees. இல்லையா? employees வந்து disturb பண்ணும். நாளைக்கு நீ வரும்போது 5th floorல தான் உட்காரணும் அப்படின்னும் போது why I have to sit there? What is the reason for the change? That he has to know. நீ அங்கே தான் உட்காரணும். அதான் சொல்ல முடியாது. You guys are getting it? நீ அங்கே தான் போய் உட்காரணும் போ. So that is not a proper way of explaining. Right? Again there is a change. நீ second floorல போய் உட்காரு. Changes without prior notice. Okay? So prior notice கொடுத்துட்டு தான் ஒரு change இருக்கணும். Right? Next is poor employee relations. The HR or the manager doesn't know to even converse or have a relationship with the employee. அவருக்கு எம்ப்ளாயோட ஒரு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்பை வச்சுக்க தெரியல. எப்படி வந்து ஒரு ஸ்மூத் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் எடுத்துட்டு அவங்களோட இஷ்யூஸை சால்வ் பண்ணிட்டு அவங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது கொஸ்டின்ஸ் இருந்தால் அதை சால்வ் பண்ணிட்டு அந்த ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் எப்படி எடுத்துட்டு போனது அவங்களுக்கு தெரியல. Then what happens? They will get challenges. Poor employee relations. So actually the manager or the HR, or when it comes to any institution, okay, the faculty, when you have a poor relation with the students or employee, what happens? The understanding lacks. You go and complain, right? And then there is not a smooth relationship across, right? So poor employee relation, that is one more reason. And handling appreciation to the employees. How many of you have actually got appreciations during your study times? எவ்வளவு பேருக்கு appreciations கிடைச்சிருக்கு? நீ நல்லா பண்ணப்பா, நீ சூப்பரா பண்ண, நல்லா பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ண. How many of you have got appreciations? Only very few, right? So the remaining, no one has got appreciations. How they will feel? How they'll feel? They'll feel bad, right? நாடா இது இவங்கள மட்டும் அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்ண இருக்காங்க, நம்மளுக்கு அப்ரிசியேஷனே வரலையே, எப்போதான் வரும், நம்ம காத்துட்டு இருக்கணுமா? ரைட், புரியுதா? நம்மளுக்கு அப்ரிசியேஷனே வர மாட்டேங்குது, எப்போதான் என்னைக்கு தான் வரும்? ஒரு வருஷம் கழிச்சு வருமா, 2 வருஷம் கழிச்சு வருமா, இல்லை அடுத்த வாரம் வருமா? You will be looking forward to the, so when this happens in a company, employee will resign. இல்லையா? The employee will resign. No one is appreciating me. Why I have to work for that company? Why I have to work for that company? I'll resign and go. So there happens the resignation, right? Next, handling criticism to the employees. Handling their issues, problems, இதெல்லாம். Next slide. So this is again employee satisfaction grievances.
Case study on employee satisfaction gradients. Time responses, root causes analysis, ensure the quality next time, customer is your king.
So it is not employee, it is customer. Customer satisfaction grievances. Okay? So to your customer you have to timely respond. You have to do a root cause analysis, which we discussed, ensuring the quality next time. Okay? All these factors comes with handling your customer and at times handling your employee as well. Ideation strategies. Now we have come to the last segment. Before that, we will see our gentlemen who are ready with the group discussion. They're going to rock the floor, I guess. I think a couple of folks have run away, I think. Right? They're not there. So I request them to come because they are the heroes for us. So can you give a clap and send them in front?
Once again, good morning, my dear sirs and my dear friends. So we have actually selected a topic from sir's topic only about problems and solving. So we consider problems as social media and solving is education. So the two problems we're going to tell is social media and education. So what are the uses, main uses for education? What are the benefits for education? And what do we get from education? What are the uses? So I call upon Arish, our dear friend, to tell the uses of education. And even there will be the education, what is the good uses from social media that you can use for education, which can distract you. At the same time, what is the benefits you can use from social media that you can learn from.
First, all of you, one thing. Without education, you could not survive in this world about this period. And then, education is developed in your skills and your creativity mind. These sections are our creativity mind also. Uses this study as great example in Kamarajar. He would study in 5th standard only, and he are more books and is needed.
Hi guys, I am Narendran. I am going to tell about benefits of education. Education is important to build our nation and our skills. Education is important to build our citizenship with others. Education is important to improve our talents with others. Education tells to our civilization to modern world. In olden days, they, they drawed and they could not speak also. After the civilization was growing, they can speak and they can uh, they growing the skills. After the now modern days, we want to learn the education, but we want to know also the general knowledge also.
So education creates civilization. Education creates civilization. And it creates how you can be better matured. Right? It creates your professional work.
So our dear brother is going to tell about our education compared from those days to these days, the advance of our education.
Good morning, dear friends. Today I'm going to speak about education.
Good morning, dear friends, he said. So all of you need to say good morning.
About education, those days, if we have education or we don't have education, it is not main matter. But these days, if we have education, only people will respect us. If I am good designer, people will come and ask me about some points about design. So if we have education, then only we can leave this world about, I am saying about today's and present life and for the future. So education is important in our life. Thank you.
Can we clap for him?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, friends. Before my speech, in our group, that past 3 members are giving a speech about education. I also going to give some messages about education. In this society, we cannot survive without education. That people also not respect them. Then I also going to speech distractions from the YouTube's, WhatsApps. That YouTube's, WhatsApp, Googles are very useful to our education. But some students are misbehaving that in very bad ways. So my kindly request, use social medias to use benefits to our studies. Thank you.
Use social media for what? Education. So that was a good point, right? How many of you are using social media for education? Great. That's a great count. That's a great count. So I would request all of you to use. Okay? Next.
Hi friends, I am Jeevan. So nowadays education is very important in our life. So we need to learn more in social media itself. We can learn more, like help of YouTube channels and like more apps are there. Then we can improve our writing skill in social media itself, like typing and like we can change our grammar mistakes in English typing in WhatsApp itself. Thank you.
This group section is going to end. From this education topic, we know we learn more things. For education, social media is.
He has not spoken, right? Yes, can we give a clap to him again? Or Clinton, I want someone else to represent the views. Someone else. Someone can translate him. Yeah, probably you can translate his views. You can get his views and you can put across.
So dear friends, so what Manoj is going to tell us is the uses of social media, which can be very useful for us for our education. So apart from Free Fire, PUBG and Call of Duty and all these kind of games, even in YouTube you can go and you can put some maths or chemistry, physics or engineering, graphic engineering questions and you all can see. So that's what his point was. He was not able to tell. He was feeling a little nervous. So with this, our discussion ends, and these are the points what we have spoken about education and social media, solving and problem solving. So thank you, sir. Thank you, dear friends.
You can conclude the session. I think he was concluding, right?
Social media. We want to more search in social media about the education, not other activities.
Thank you. So, students, if you can see, you can notice when they did a group discussion session, especially few boys were very active, right? So what we learned is diverse views. Someone spoke about social media, someone spoke about it gives you civilization from monkeys to human being, right? So it gives, education gives you civilization. Otherwise you remain as a monkey. You don't become a human being, right? So different point, diverse views we were able to see. So that's the benefit of group discussion. Okay? It helps a lot in problem solving. It helps a lot in lot of other values as well. Okay? So now we'll get into ideation strategies very quickly. Okay? So we are coming to the end of the session. Few minutes. You happy? Okay, so the first one is discussion with experts on the ideation strategies. Okay? So what is it you discuss with the experts? Okay? So discussion with experts is majorly what is ideation process actually? It is about being creative or creating a new idea, creating a new forum. Right? So that is what about ideation. So now we have seen problem solving. Now it is about ideation, right? So when you discuss with the experts, majorly you come to know, you build, you get different views from experts when you build the ideation process. So you build the ideation process, you come to the execution of it, but what if you fail? What if you fail? That is where your experts help you. Your experts will tell you, don't go for this right now. Go for this after 2 years. Because now the market is not adaptable. Or now there is no demand for a particular product. Okay? So that helps you on your first point. What is it? Loud. With experts, right? The next one is accepting constructive feedbacks. So can someone tell me what is the feedback? How was the group discussion which happened right now? And can you give me a feedback on the individual players who were part of the group discussion?
எங்க அப்பா எல்லாருமே ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருந்தது. முக்கியமா க்ளீன் டைம் பண்றது ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருந்தது. மனோஜ் பேசாமது அதோட ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருந்தது. மனோஜ் பேசணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு எதிர்பார்த்தா ஆனா பேசவே இல்லை அவன் கடைசி வரைக்கும். இப்ப மட்டும் பேசுறதுனால வாய் வருது போல.
So why I was asking it, accepting or about the constructive feedbacks. So all of you gave some constructive feedbacks to those who discussed here. Right? எப்படி டெவலப் பண்ணலாம், கம்முன்னு இருந்தா எப்படி, ஏதாவது பேசுங்க. ஸோ அப்படின்ற feedbacks you were able to give. Someone spoke about education, someone spoke about other topics. So they will improvise. So that is called as your constructive feedbacks. There's nothing as worst ideas. Contribution matters. Worst ideas in ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது. If someone is asking you, be volunteer, be the first person to put up some thoughts. don't be at the last without giving any thoughts. Because there's nothing as worst ideas. Each of your ideas matter. Right? அஞ்சு பேர் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்றாங்கன்னா ஒருத்தரோட ஐடியாக்கும் வேல்யூ இருக்கு, தாட்ஸ்க்கும் வேல்யூ இருக்கு. Right? Diverse views. Okay? For the ideation. Diverse views. So diverse views na enadhu? Different people give different views. Illaya? Different people give different views. Okay, so idhula use agudhu. Ideation, it's being used. So when you are doing ideation process, worst ideas irundhalum it should come out. It will help out. And then diverse views. Right? Diverse views will also help out in your ideation. Right? And then design thinking. Okay, we have something called as design thinking, wherein we have empathize, define, ideate, prototype and test. Okay, so how you execute your design thinking? In the process வந்து நல்ல ஒரு value addition ஆனதா உங்களுக்கு? ஒரு brainstorming session ஆனதா? உங்க brainக்கு நிறைய work கொடுத்தீங்களா? So that is where we talk about problem solving and ideation. Okay, and here we talk about the design thinking, which is a bigger process, which we will talk about later in one of your classroom sessions. Probably we'll have experts like Manoj, we'll have experts like Clinton, and we'll discuss about the topic. Okay? Fine, Clinton, we'll discuss. Fine, Manoj? Next slide. And then we have brainstorming. Brainstorming is what? It is about storming your brain. Right? Majorly it's about finding out new views. ஒரு process இருக்கு, அந்த process executionக்கு ஒரு வழியே இல்ல. You need to do a brainstorming, you need to find a solution. So brainstorming na Tamil enadhu? Giving some work for your brain in simple terms. Storming your brain and finding a solution. Or it helps out in your ideation process as well. And you have storyboard and drawing board. So what is a storyboard and drawing board? The day you create an idea, the day you start to ideate, you need to create a storyboard and a drawing board. So enna updates la ungalku agudhu, you will draw there or you will write. You can understand, right? Konjam unga mind ulla apdiye pogudhu. So when you write the progress, so really some progress is happening again and again and again. You write on top of it. You write about the problem. You write how to overcome, how to do a better idea next time. And all those writings, all those drawings are going to be useful for you. அது உங்களுக்கு இப்ப தெரியாது. After 5 years, when you actually come into reality, those drawings will help you out. So நீங்க அப்ப பண்ணிருந்த drawings from day 1 till the 5th year, what all efforts you have put in, all those drawings will help you out. Let's say I'll quote an example. Any of you wants to create an application. Or Android application create பண்றது easy or tough? Tough someone said, easy someone said, right? It is tough if you don't have a proper plan. It is easy if you have a proper plan, resource, a team, how you can execute it, then it is easy. Okay? So day 1, for the next 5 years, you're planning on this application. அப்படின்னும் போது you will draw a lot of things. From day one ல இருந்து நீங்க lot of things எழுதுவீங்க. You have all of that. Then after 5 years, somewhere where you wrote, it might help you. புரியுதா? Or somewhere what you draw on the second year can help you on the 5th year. Okay? So, next. So next we have vision and USP. How many of you know about this? Vision. அப்படின்ற ஒரு டாபிக் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணியிருந்தோம். ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? How many of you know? How many of you know about Lean Six Sigma? தெரியாது இல்லையா? So Lean Six Sigma is a process wherein to avoid wastage, to get into accuracy in any of the factory outlets or in any of the companies. It is to increase your accuracy level or your accuracy standard. So I would request all of you to go and read about Lean and Six Sigma. It's a very effective process. How it can be helpful for you in your coming days. And then next would be SWOT analysis. How many of you know about SWOT analysis? Does anyone know what SWOT analysis is? It's strength, weakness, opportunities, threat. Okay? So, let's say we spoke about the Android application, right? We'll finish it off in just few minutes, okay? So just bear with me for a few minutes more. So we spoke about this, creating this Android application. What is my strength? What is my weakness? What are all my opportunities? புரியுதா? நான் ஒரு ஆண்ட்ராய்டு அப்ளிகேஷன் கிரியேட் பண்ணும்போது என்னோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த் என்ன? என்கிட்ட ஒரு பெரிய டீம் இருக்குப்பா, அதுதான் என் ஸ்ட்ரென்த். தட் இஸ் ஒன் ஆஃப் யுவர் ஸ்ட்ரென்த். என்னோட வீக்னஸ் என்ன? வாட் இஸ் மை வீக்னஸ்? வேர் ஐ எம் வீக்? நான் அப்பப்போ கத்திடுவேன் அறியாது. தட் இஸ் யுவர் வீக்னஸ். ஐ எம் a short tempered guy. I will shout at people. அது ஒரு வீக்னஸ், ரைட்? நீங்க நாளைக்கு 10 பேர் வேலைக்கு எடுத்துட்டு இதே மாதிரி இருந்தீங்கன்னா 5 பேர் போயிடுவாங்க. அடுத்த நாள் 4 பேர் போயிடுவாங்க. ஒருத்தர் இருப்பாரு, அவர் மட்டும் ரிப்போர்ட் பண்ணுவார், ரைட்? ஸோ எனக்கு ஷார்ட் டெம்பர், தட் இஸ் யோர் வீக்னஸ். ஸ்ட்ரென்த், வீக்னஸ் யூ ஐடென்டிஃபை. புரியுதா? ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ், என்னோட ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் என்னென்ன இருக்கு? எனக்கு ஒரு குரூப் ஆஃப் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் இன் இன்ஸ்டாகிராம், ஐ நோ they are very strong in social media, they are very strong in impacting an application. அப்படின்னு இருக்கும்போது that is your opportunity. You can actually go to them, you can tell them, நான் ஒரு application create பண்றேன், I need your help. You are a celebrity or you are a winner in the segment of Instagram, you have so many followers, you can actually help me in my application. That's one of your opportunities. Just for example, I am saying, okay? Like that, you will have a lot of other opportunities as well. That's opportunities. Last enna? SWOT. Last enna? SWO முடிச்சிட்டோம். எழுதிங்கம்மா ப்ளீஸ். SWO முடிச்சிட்டோம். லாஸ்டா T இருக்கு. T-னா என்ன? Threats. Right? எதனால எல்லாரையும் சொல்ல சொன்னா, ஏன்னா that is a threat. Threatன்றது என்ன? ஒரு அப்ளிகேஷன் நான் கிரியேட் பண்றேன், coming to the same context. அந்த அப்ளிகேஷன்ல எனக்கு ஒரு threat இருக்கு. என்ன threatனா, suppose I won't be available in India. I'll be moving out to a different country. Now who is going to manage that? இது என்னது? இது வந்து ஒரு threat. Right? How we are going to manage the situation. So இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய threats வரலாம் உங்களுக்கு. Threat is something which you have to focus on properly. So SWOT, can someone define me what is SWOT?
Strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. Strength means, so suppose the strength that you have because you're able to do something in your life, that is called strength. Weakness, you're not able to do something which you already know it. Okay, that means weakness. So you're weak in this line, you're weak in studies, so you're weak in doing this, doing that. That is called weakness. Then opportunities. Opportunity means you're finding something to learn. Understood? Opportunity means you're finding something to learn. Then threats, as Sir was telling. So you will come across many difficulties in your life. Okay, that is called threat. So how to solve that is in your hand. So these are all four aspects of life that we can learn about: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat.
Okay. Anyone else? Done. Okay. So vision and USP. Vision is something, a goal which you see after 10 years. That's your vision. What is your vision? USP is, you can make a note, it's called as unique selling point. When I'm coming to the same example, when you create an application, what's your unique selling point? I have this in my application, which no one else has got. என்னோட அப்ளிகேஷன் டைரக்டாக ட்விட்டர் கனெக்ட் ஆகும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், it will connect directly to Twitter. It will connect directly to the national office website, which no other application has got. That's your USP. It's nothing but your strength. USP is unique selling point. Can you all tell me what is SWOT? Loudly. No, about SWOT. I want all of you to say SWOT, and then strength, weakness, opportunities, threat. Can all of you say? Strength, weakness, opportunities, threat. Right? Very good. Any questions you guys can post, otherwise we can wind up the session. Hope so you liked it. Any questions? Okay. So we can wind up?
Thank you so much, sir, for your most informative and eye-opening sessions. All great things should come to an end. So we have come to the fag end of the session. Before I call our staff, Mr. Raghavan, sir, to give the word of thanks, I want you guys to receive the feedback form. Someone can collect and distribute it, please. So you all can write your feedback about the session, what you've gone through. And in the meantime, I call our program convener, Mr. Raghavanandam, to give his word of thanks.
We are facing the problems day to day life. டெய்லியுமே ஒரு ப்ராப்ளத்தை ஃபேஸ் பண்ணிட்டு தான் இருக்கோம். I think today there is a solution to all the problems. I think. I hope you got some ideas to resolve the problems through this session. உங்களுக்கு எல்லோரும் ஒரு ஐடியா கிடச்சிருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் இந்த செஷன் மூலயமா, எப்படி ப்ராப்ளம்ஸை ஃபேஸ் பண்ணணும், எப்படி சால்வ் பண்ணணுன்ட்டு. ஓகே, ஐ டேக் திஸ் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி டு தேங்க் அவர் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட், head of the department and staff members for arranging this workshop today. My heartfelt thanks to our resource person Mr.Antony Firmin Alexander for this informative session on problem solving and ideation workshop. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Students, last but not least. I thank and appreciate you for your overwhelming participation. Thank you guys. Once again, I thank you one and all. Thank you.
I want to thank all the students who were part of the session and very great response you guys gave. It was wonderful having all of you. My sincere thanks to all of you and my thanks to all the faculties, especially Kannan sir and sir as well, especially who has given a lot of coordination. My thanks to everyone. Yeah.
We can close this session by standing for the national anthem. Once national anthem is over, you can fill the forms. Okay. We all can stand.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे